You identified a mistake that could have cost us tens of millions? Thanks, here's a gift card. Wife works for an insurance carrier as an auditor and a few weeks ago realized someone had made a mistake and the company was in the process of printing and mailing duplicate checks. The last time this happened it cost several millions of dollars when customers cashed those checks. She alerted the appropriate teams and her manager and the scope of this error before it was resolved could have potentially costed the company tens of millions of dollars. Her manager is a solid dude and is always about recognizing his crew and apparently did a formal recognition which had to be approved by HR. Her appropriate award per HR was a $30 gift card, which counts as taxable income. Fuck corporate America. The company I used to work for had a policy where you got a bonus of 10% of the value of the amount of money you prevented the company from losing. I reported to my manager a potential loss of $5,000. I thought I had a payday coming. Turns out my manager snaked it from me. I quit shortly thereafter. And the next time she sees it happening, tell her to think about that sweet $30 gift card she'll get by saving them again. Or maybe just don't report it next time and let them eat the losses. Yeah, that second one. I would rather get no recognition than a half-assed attempt. My husband builds a certain kind of instrument for a living. Products kept coming up out of spec and sent back from QC. He was the only one who was able to identify the issue and fix it. The only one in the whole building of a couple hundred employees. He was given a gift for saving the company thousands, possibly hundreds of thousands of dollars. It was T-shirt that said, boss's name, S hero, that he never wore. Saving a company millions of dollars is something that should be rewarded with a promotion and a raise. It would have been better to have just given her a pat on the back rather than a $30 gift card, which is tacky and unprofessional. We had an unusual, for here, winter storm here last week. I noticed that the fascia on the side of the building, a giant concrete slab, had cracked on two sides and down the middle and was swaying rather radically in the wind. The boss's truck and one other employee's car was parked directly under it. I got everybody notified so they could move their cars, then stood around to warn people not to park there until we got it barricaded off. Nobody said thanks. That formal recognition should definitely be brought up during any future interviews. I developed a method of making a product for a company. The math said it would save the company close to $1 million a year. At the time I was making $18 an hour. When I left there a year or so later, I was still making $18. Didn't even get a card. Just let it happen next time, eh? Doesn't surprise me with an insurance company. Crooks. Next time remember that 23.76 gift card. I saved my company £15,000 on invoices that were missed and nearly outside the billable period. Did I even get a thank you? Yeah, corporate America sucks. I got a $40 gift card to a specific grocery store, which is not even conveniently located for me. All because I set a company record, had peak performance for the past year, was one of the most productive employees in my department, and worked on special projects. And yes, it was added to my paycheck as taxable income. Great. I'm devoting this next year to do the absolute minimum requirement needed to get through the day. And see how they like it. Especially when other coworkers can get away with doing less. I saved a company I don't know how much while working in a mill. Just by reading monthly reports and pointing out all the times we were reprocessing product that was being sold by the sales department with no complaints to the mill's supervisor. Got an attaboy from him after he brought it up at their next big meeting. Left not long after that, having realized I hit my ceiling there. Details are a little more complex if anyone is curious. I saved the company I work for $70,000 a year after I found another site was overpaying for services. That had nothing to do with me. Boss approached me. I thought I was up for some recognition. He said, "I have to go out for a meeting. When I get back I want you to explain to me why you didn't do it sooner." I learned a valuable lesson that day. I developed a software solution which saved a certain retailer about $20 million per annum. They refused to give me a raise. I quit, and it mysteriously stopped working the next day. They developed an alternative in-house, but apparently that took 9 months and was nowhere near as good. Oh well. Next time she should just keep her mouth shut, since the company clearly doesn't wish to be informed of expensive errors. And that is why you don't point it out. Oops. Too bad she didn't see this big error. Cough smirk. I honestly would have handed them the card back and said I'd rather go unacknowledged than outright insulted. Exactly what do you think an auditor's job is?
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.